I bragged at work and now regret it. How do I recover from this? So a few months ago, I found a flaw in the code, and a senior member of the team told me it was not a big deal. I heard his explanation and agreed to it. Yesterday, another teammate found the same flaw, and I told him personally about what happened a few months ago. In the team meeting, my manager asked about it, and I was quick to once again mention how I had found it a few months back and was ignored. Manager joked about how everyone should always listen to me. I now realize that I might have spoken in an "I told you so" manner, and this might have left a bad impression on my teammates, who are all brilliant in their own right, but humble. I deeply regret my behavior and can't stop thinking about it. How to make a situation better and improve my image in the team. You know what? This is a really common thing. It's one of those things where you people don't really think about you as much as you think about you. There's a really good phrase or saying for that. I'm gonna figure out what the phrase is. No, I don't have the ability to search that and talk at the same time, so I'm just gonna keep talking about this. But no, nobody else. You're much more worried about this than everybody else is. Everybody else probably completely forgot the situation happened. Likely, it's probably a figment of their not of their imagination, but they probably hardly remember it at all. Like they hardly remember it at all. It's probably completely washed their brain. If somebody told them about it, they'd be like, "Oh yeah, that happened," but they're probably not thinking about it. They probably forgot about it the minute after they left the meeting, most likely. So don't worry about it. But what your manager did is they kind of just joked about it, right? They joked about how they always should listen to you. And that's a good way to handle it. You know, that they did a good job. They just kind of played it off and they're like, "Oh, you're right. We should all listen to so and so." That's I was wrong. And they played it off, and you shouldn't be worried about it. You I wouldn't have handled that situation any differently. I would be embarrassed about it too, just because I'm self-conscious. So I'm in the same boat as you. I get it. I totally understand why you're self-conscious about it, but don't be worried about it. It's not a big deal. If you're really worried about it, you can check back in with your manager and say, "Hey, I didn't mean to just jump in like that. I hope I didn't embarrass you or anything like that. I didn't mean to upstage you or try to make you look bad. I just wanted to make sure that it was the same thing that we had talked about." But if you want to next time, you could say, you could come hit them back with a joke. So the next time they say that, "Oh, next time they should always listen to Daniel," and say, "Yeah, now how about those raises?" Or you could just hit them back with another zinger. So yeah, so everybody or "Hey, Daniel, everybody should listen to Daniel." All right, everybody gets $1,000. That's my favorite one, is just talking about I just throw in $1,000 here, $1,000 there. That's one of my favorite zingers. Y'all can comment down in the comment section if you think that's a bad idea, but I just have a fun time on it. But yeah, nobody really has the time to think about a comment or slip up that you make. Really, nobody's worried about it. I've been in presentations and I've come out of them and I'm like, "Oh my goodness, I stumbled on this word and I stumbled on that word, I stumbled on this word." And my coworker comes up to me afterwards and they're like, "Dude, you absolutely killed that." I'm like, "Well, what about this? What about that?" I'm like, "What do you mean? What about this? What about that? You absolutely killed it. You did a great job. I love that joke that you put in. Your graphic was great. Your presentation was good. You had a great demonstration of how we're going to hit margin on this project. Awesome." And nobody else really leans in on that one little imperfection. We lean so much harder in on our own imperfections than other people do. So I really wouldn't worry about it. You're fine. You're fine.
I miscommunicating. I just made a pilot, then they threw me on the stations. Now I'm not complaining, My thoughts get complicated, I cannot explain in lameness. Never losing focus because I ain't chasing payments. Still playing in the basement while I'm working on arrangements. They heard the kid in 50 countries, thank God that's amazing. But I'd rather thank Spotify, they put me on the